Pivot. We are we are live here on the Packaging Today show. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. We really appreciate all the
Good
applause.
morning.
Good morning.
It's a lot of applause.
It was it's still going. Look at
Well, I mean, well deserved, obviously.
Stop it. Sit down. Okay. One more. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for all of your kindness. This is the Packaging Today show, live on the internet. My name is Adam Peak. I am the Senior Vice President of Sales at Myers Printing, recently rebranded Myers Printing, and really, really amazing work by our marketing team on that. You can go check it out. Myers, MEYERS.
Yeah, well done.
COM. Yeah, they did great. And I host the People Packaging podcast, and I am joined by my co-host today. We normally have a triumvirate of hosts, but Avelio is out on assignment. Mr. Corey Connors.
Good morning. I'm Corey Connors, the Director of Sustainable Packaging at Aurora Packaging Solutions and the host of Sustainable Packaging Podcast. You know, this world of packaging is lots of fun to be in. If you have a genuine respect and appreciation and empathy for the people that are in it. I think your post this morning was very appropriate, talking about people that are messaging you on LinkedIn in a very, basic and obvious way with automated, notes like, hey, insert name here. What you and Avelio and I have done, and many of the people that listen to this, I would say most of the people that listen to this, is be different and actually make real engagements and relationships. So
agreed.
Well done.
Agreed. Well, thanks. Yeah, it's this weird concept that I have where you should just treat people the way you want to be treated. That's been around for a while. It's pretty old.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. And there's not really a way. I had a post that did pretty well last week, and this is certainly not going to turn into the "look how great we are" segment of the Packaging Today show. But it was essentially like this. There's this phrase that I heard as a pastor: everyone wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. And I got to do a session at D-Scoop, which was incredible. I got this lovely, I don't know if I was allowed to have this coffee mug, but I have it. It's great. So shout out to HP, who's the primary sponsor. And it was interesting. I mean, unlike, some of the sessions that we've done, Corey, where it's these education tracks and, maybe 10, 15 people show up or whatever, it was legitimately a full room of people, which was awesome. I mean, I was kind of blown away by it, and it gave me a lot of energy, and so that was cool.
Did you go before or after Mr. Irving Magic Johnson? Incredible.
And Magic was great, but here's what I realized is I'm talking. So D-Scoop has a lot of people who would be considered in some ways competitors to Myers, and I don't look at it that way. I look at it as an industry. Rising tide lifts all boats sort of a situation. But what I realized is I'm going to share a lot of this stuff, and probably less than 5% of the people are going to go do it because not everybody, lots of people are looking for a quick solution, a quick fix, the TikTok, like, give me it in 30 seconds.
Right.
And that's still not how our world is built. It's built on laying a foundation, showing up to work, being consistent, having integrity, and building over the long haul. I mean, I know for you and for me and for Avelio and for so many others, by the way, if you're watching, please drop a comment on where you're watching from or listening from. And engage. Like, we love to be able to engage on the show. Normally it shows up on Avelio's page, so I'm sorry we had to pivot there. And it's showing up on my LinkedIn, but engage with people, be a human being, have real relationships, actually reach out, try to talk. Like, we're going to be going to Pack Expo this year. Let's connect up in real life. We don't have to have cameras. We can just talk like actual human beings. So
I'm excited about Pack Expo. I can't agree with you more. It's so fun to get to meet people in real life after doing this virtually for so long. And the thing that you and Avelio and I are going to be doing at Pack Expo is really going to be a lot of fun. I feel like we've got some cool ideas there. But let's talk a little bit about events. You mentioned D-Scoop. What's coming up that's exciting to you? I've got Circularity coming up in June in
We'll both be
Seattle.
there.
Adam and I will be there. Let's talk a little bit about that. That's Green Biz. Mr. John Smeya is one of the leaders there. You're going to be there like me as press, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to go see some customers, some people that I've just been interacting with online for a while. I got invited by a coworker of mine. Shout out to Bill White, who works with me. He's in the Seattle area. So I've never been to the event before. I saw
Me neither.
my friend Marku Alexander. If you're not connected with Marku, she's the head of sustainability and packaging for Danone North America, and is just
Little company. No big deal.
Marku is great.
Wow.
She's a part of the big part of the APR and does a ton of work, and obviously working for a large organization can really drive change. So I'm excited to connect up with Marku there as well. I think she's speaking maybe or on a panel. So yeah, that'll be fun. It looks like we've got some we are international show again. So hello,
Yes.
Liliana from Mexico City.
Good morning.
We've got our good friend Brandon Gomes. Brandon, I'm
Brandon.
loving your Friday videos on
Me too.
LinkedIn. Keep those coming, everyone. Make sure you connect up with Brandon, the latest member of the Myers executive team, our new vice president of technology, Mario.
Good
Hey,
morning,
Mario.
sir.
And then we got Andrew coming in. We got back-to-back South Carolina, Andrew and Brandon. So, and another Twin Cities, friend Dustin. The thing that's cool about this is so many of these people, like I've met Brandon in Toronto. I've had coffee with Dustin in Minneapolis. I've met up with Andrew, and I have not yet met in person, but we're gonna make it happen, Andrew. Obviously, Mario and I work together. It's just cool to see that.
I want to talk about making content. You mentioned Brandon making content. It takes a certain level of bravery and guts to just go out and just make a video and post it, because there's so many concerns of, oh, what if people don't like it, or what if I say something wrong, or what if I don't look right. My encouragement to you, and I think Adam and I and Avelio will encourage you to just do it. Make videos, make content, post a picture of something that you thought was interesting, and you'll be amazed at the engagement you'll get. What is the ratio? 10% of people create, 90% absorb.
Yep.
And that be part of that 10%, and you'll get some major rewards there.
Yeah, if you are, I'll do a shameless plug for the my Substack community, which I've really loved Substack as a creation platform. But I did put the audio from my D-Scoop talk for paid subscribers, like $5 a month. And if you want to go listen to it, I talk about this in there. But I think, Corey, the reason why people don't create versus consume is consuming is really easy. So I gave this analogy. I said, if you were going to consume a wonderful dinner, it's easy, right? It's easy to consume food.
Yep.
But the creation of that meal is very difficult. It requires time, it requires failure, it's hard. It just is hard.
Yeah.
Now it's easier on social media, right? The analogy fails because all you need is this cellular phone device, but it's just tough. And I honestly think that the biggest reason why people don't put themselves out there is we equate our success with our identity oftentimes, and so
Right.
it's like, "Oh, well, I'm identified who I am as a person is
Hmm.
tied up in how well these posts do or how well this happens or how much money I make or how satisfied I am in all this." And my big takeaway from my talk at D-Scoop was this, like, you're a 10. I believe that every human being has intrinsic worth, has intrinsic value, has intrinsic dignity, every human on the planet. I've been able to spend time with people with genocide orphans from in Rwanda to the Dalit untouchable people in India to, wealthy multi-billionaires, right? Like
Right.
the whole and every single one of those people is hardwired with worth and value. And you're part of that, right? So
Yep.
my thing was like you're a 10. It doesn't matter how well the engagement is. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter about like you have to think of yourself like I'm a 10 today.
Right.
I'm not a 6 because I only got this. You're a 10
Right.
because you woke up, because you can breathe. Like that's who you are.
Yeah.
And we
We
don't live in a world that says that enough to people
I
and
agree.
drives me crazy.
The
Uh,
odds of being alive are so small. The odds of the creation of a person is so minute. I was at a funeral over the weekend and just thought about that process and talking about well, if grandpa wouldn't have made it back from the war, none of us would be here. And things like that, thought processes like that make you wake up and be excited about, hey, I have an opportunity today to do something amazing, and I'm going to take it, and
yeah,
I'm going to work as hard as I can and engage with as many great people as I can. um, and like Andrew's saying, being consistent, you don't even need to be consistent. You just need to try.
yeah,
And of course it's better if you can be consistent, but I think even just once a week post is 100 times better than nothing.
correct.
uh, so
Yeah, I totally agree. And I just realized like everyone didn't realize you were waking up to Monday motivation with Adam and Corey, but it's true. I mean,
get
Corey and
out
I
there.
and Avelio talk about
Yep.
this stuff all the time. So let's
Yeah.
give a few more shout outs here. We've got Rebecca coming in from Cincinnati. Hey,
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Kevin works with me at Myers as well. So he's in the Minneapolis area.
Kevin.
Brandon says you guys got to connect up.
Yeah,
So
we do.
make that
Lots
happen.
of virtual meetings. It's time to meet in person, Brandon.
Make it happen. Another guy that I've been able to meet in person, Nate, is in Tampa. We
Hey,
got
Nate.
Seth coming in from Vegas, I think. I believe it's called Nashville. Uh, oh, thanks, Liliana. We appreciate that.
Oh, that's sweet.
And um, and we got Portland. Have you heard of Portland, Oregon? Do you know about
I've
this
been
place?
there.
Have
Yeah,
you?
yeah. Yeah,
You
yeah.
you might be close by right now.
Hi, David.
Um, okay, so we talked a little bit about circularity. I wanted to and then Esteban. Esteban and I got to hang out at D-Scoop. Esteban's great. He actually got to so Esteban, for those of you who don't know, is a huge Lakers fan. So he's going to be so sad at the end of the Western Conference Finals, like the saddest,
Sorry,
when
Esteban.
the Nuggets win in 5 games. It's fine, Esteban. It's just going to happen. Uh, but so we got to sit next together when Magic did his talk, and
Amazing.
Magic went around and just talked to people. Hey, you stand up. Like, let's ask a question. Let's take a. He was amazing. And I've known Esteban since he was a production supervisor at the Phoenix plant at WS Packaging.
Wow.
And so we've been like we go back and forth on the Lakers and Nuggets, all this stuff. And now he's at CERM, CERM. It's a
Hmm.
tremendous company. So Esteban stands up and gets to ask Magic Johnson a question, and it was great. And took a picture with him, and I got to go out and take the photo. It was a great moment. So
That's amazing.
super cool. Everyone make sure you follow and connect up with Esteban. He puts out, speaking of people who put out great content, we need to get him. He's been on my podcast. We need to get him on the show. Talk about
Yeah.
CERM. But I did want to, I wanted to show this. I think I can, let me see. Normally Avelio's here to do all the fancy things. I wanted to show this Chrome tab. Let's see what happens if I do that. Okay. Whoa. It's asking me to do things. I've consumed so many cookies. It's just every time it's like, "Do you accept the cookies?" "Yeah, just give them to me."
Yeah, and
I'm
you
a
look
cookie
great.
monster.
You haven't gained any weight as far as I can tell.
I mean, um, so I saw this at D-Scoop, and I wanted to talk about it from a sustainability perspective because I think it's starting to gain some traction. So this is it's a foil embellishment, and I'm not like we're not like paid by Actiga or anything like that, right? I just thought this was really cool.
Not yet.
Not yet. That's
Accepting sponsors today.
please, please. Uh, that so if you don't know, and if you've never seen when foil is laid down on a label, there's this it's either cold foil or a foil stamp, but there's like a roll of foil.
Right.
And maybe, at best, maybe 1% of that roll gets used to create these
very
beautiful foil laydowns, right?
Very wasteful. Yeah.
Yeah. And then at the end of it, you can't really reuse it all the time, and so the roll gets tossed. It's not really recyclable. It's and some of them can be recycled. I'm sure that there's folks from Kerrs and other people who could help understand why,
Mhm.
whatever, what you could do with that waste. But I thought this was really neat because this has like it's like metallic particles that get basically like printed, but it's
Hmm.
actual metal that gets printed onto the label without any of the waste.
Wow.
And so this goes on this was on, I think, an ABG finishing unit and it's digital. So it's a digital process. Um,
That's
so
incredible.
I thought it was a really cool innovation that honestly we don't always talk about this kind of stuff when it
Right.
comes to sustainability because you don't think, hey, your wine label that has this or your spirits label has this beautiful foil on it. What is the process to put foil onto the label?
Yeah.
And is it a big giant climate impact? Not really, but
It
aren't
is
we aren't
times
we in the
times a
business
million.
right,
Right.
aren't we in the
Yeah.
business of reducing our impact, reducing our waste to the extent that we can do it ourselves? So,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
That's it.
I just thought that was a cool little innovation that people don't hear about, we don't really talk about it a lot, but,
Yeah.
I think it started with Landa, and then it got sold to Actiga, and they've really done a great job of bringing it to market, so,
I'll have to
shout out
have
to the
them on the podcast.
yeah, shout out to the EcoLeaf team. I first saw it at Label Expo, saw it again at D-Scoop last week, and thought it was pretty cool to take a look at.
I'm gonna check them out.
Yeah, and then, we got Brian coming in from Grand Blanc, Michigan, I think is that
That's
say
a wine vintage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
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 And Esteban did get a solid chest bump with Magic Johnson.
That's it. Did you get a picture of that? I'd love to see that.
I don't remember.
Is he really tall? I don't know his
Yeah, he's 6'9".
6'9". Okay.
He was a 6'9" point guard in the 1980s. Went to
I knew he
9
was tall.
years 9 years he played no, 12 years he played in the NBA, went to 9 NBA finals. It's crazy.
That's
Um,
incredible.
Seth asked the question, "Is it similar to Scodix?" As far as I know, they're different.
Mm.
This one is primarily for pressure sensitive labels, and Scodix is, doing a lot of digital variable print on, but I've actually never seen a Scodix run. Um, but I believe it's for folding cartons primarily. I could be wrong. If someone is here from Scodix, please let me know. I'm happy to be wrong. I don't have to be right about everything. I am right about the Lakers losing to the Nuggets, but this thing, I'm not entirely sure.
That's obvious, right?
That's obvious. Yeah, I mean, it's
Right.
obvious. It's obvious what's going to
I
happen.
think we should plant this seed today of a big event at Pack Expo.
Mm,
I think we should talk about having some kind of a big doing this live from Pack Expo. It's in September. Um,
just gonna come quick.
September 11th and 12th, 13th. I think it's going to be it will be the largest show in the U.S. for this year, right? So, what if we could all meet there and
Yeah,
have a live packaging today podcast? Wouldn't that be amazing?
that'd be
And
awesome. Or we
like
could.
interactive and yeah.
I would love it. And could we even do it every morning that we're there? Maybe right.
Yeah.
Just have like packaging. Yeah, packaging today live at Pack Expo, whatever
Mhm.
Monday, Tuesday.
What were your
And
highlights from yesterday? What were your highlights? What are you looking forward to today? That kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. And we could, since Avelio's not here to plan, we could have him with a remote camera out
Yeah,
walking the show floor.
right.
I'm here with Jenny from be great.
From labels,
Um,
labels, labels.
oh,
What about your wig sponsor? Did that ever come through?
the wig?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay. We'll work
Um,
on it.
yeah, we will. Matt said, "Let's go Heat." That's fine, Matt. It's okay. It just the question now for the Eastern Conference, Matt, is who is going to get the right to lose to the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Finals? So if you want it to be the Heat, that's great, but it's just
It's not the Blazers, I can tell you that.
no, no, it's not them.
All right, good.
I think that would be great about Pack Expo. I think we should make that happen.
Okay.
Let's start planning it. Let's start talking about it here early,
Yeah.
and often.
Yeah, reach out to us if you have interest in that. If you'd like to see a live event like this, I think it would be really a lot of fun.
No doubt. I've also got an event next week, actually. If anyone is going, I got invited to the NRA. I did.
It's not like you.
I know. Well, I mean, I live in Utah. I'm from
Mm,
Colorado.
sure.
But this is the National Restaurant Association show in
Ah, yes.
Chicago. And so I will be attending with my friends Bradley and Zach from Supply Caddy. And I'm
Nice.
super excited to go check out the show. Myers does a lot of like store signage, store displays for retail and restaurants. And so I'm excited to meet up with some of our customers and people who don't know their customers yet.
Mm-hmm. TBD.
So that's in Chicago next week, and I'm stoked to be there. So if you're gonna be at the NRA, then shoot me a DM on LinkedIn.
Oh, I get it. That's too
Did I go
much.
there? Was that?
That's oh, you were here and you went here. That
Oh,
was too
come on,
much.
come on, not that bad. Uh,
I support it. I support
okay, thank you, thank you. But no, let's if you're gonna be there, let's connect up.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. What do we got here in the comments? So we got Luke. Get
Yeah.
people knowing those. Yeah, exactly. I will preach. By the way, I do love going off on some fun rants.
Yeah.
Well, Corey, why don't you? Let me tell you about this. Was awesome. So I was in St. Louis last week, and then I was in Vegas this weekend, and I created so much content that I haven't put out yet because I got home late last night. I went to the Meow Wolf exhibit in Vegas. Has anyone ever been to this place? It's called the Mega Mart.
I've heard of it. I saw a
Oh,
special about it.
oh my gosh. Okay, so it's this wild world that is just it's crazy. I can't even describe how crazy it is. If you've been to Meow Wolf, you know what I'm talking about. But this one, you walk in and the ticket gets you access to this thing called the Mega Mart, which looks like a CVS or a Walgreens, but all the products are just made up. But you can actually buy them, and I
Oh, you
didn't.
can.
You can actually go check out with shirts, with hoodies. Like I put a picture of like a giraffe
I
lemon.
saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah. So they had that. They had personalized bleach. So it was like it's like, hi, my name is Lauren. My name is Greb the Third. It was just like, what is this place? They had like different, it was just bizarre stuff, but they actually made it. Honestly, they also had Liquid Death water for sale, which I was like, of course, Liquid Death would get
Right.
in on this.
With no changes to it, right?
No
Yeah.
changes. It's just Liquid.
That's how good they are.
Yeah.
Well done, Liquid Death.
But it was cool from just to see totally ridiculous packaging, not only like dreamt up, but totally come to life. It looked like some of Avelio stuff that he's done through AI.
Yes.
It looked like that, but made.
Right.
Somebody just made, you know, corn on the cob gummies. But they actually made it.
I thought the giraffe bottle was really interesting. That was neat.
It was, I don't think it was an actually like custom blow molded bottle. I think it was fabric. that was
Oh,
over a bottle. I couldn't quite tell.
interesting.
But if you
I'll
are
have
in
to check that out.
Vegas, or if you go to Vegas, there's obviously a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of bad stuff to do. So this is your
Mhm.
pastor speaking. Just go check out. Take your like I took my 7-year-old and my 9-year-old to it. It's totally appropriate. We
That's
spent
awesome.
an hour and 45 minutes there.
Maybe that could be part of our PAC Expo experience.
It
We
is in
could
Vegas, isn't it?
we could do a couple things while we're there and broadcast from them,
Oh
or
my
take some
gosh.
videos from them for the PMMI group.
That is gonna be great.
Yeah.
That is gonna be
I
awesome.
also want to see the Punk Rock Museum. I'm excited to check that out.
Oh, okay.
It's brand new.
I should've.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go experience that with you.
Avelio
Um,
and I will enjoy it. I think you'll get a kick out of it too. It's good.
yeah. Yeah, I'll is MXPX gonna be there, do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, they're there.
Okay.
No effects, Pennywise, all Bad Religion, all the guys, all the well, they're
Okay.
not there probably, but there's
Oh.
stuff.
My
The
my
museum.
son was like we were driving through the strip, and he's like, "Pop, look, the Beatles are there." I'm like, "No, that's Cirque du Soleil is different." There's Michael Jackson. It's not actually Michael
Not
Jackson.
actually him.
Um, well, let's see. Looks like, Seth says as telling everyone to have a good week. He thinks the show's in Cleveland. What are you
I hope
talking about?
not.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland,
Oh, yes,
but
that
not the
is.
fact not the show. I don't,
No.
I just, Cleveland rocks, Ohio. And John is letting us know that Packaging World does some great dispatches from the
Oh,
show floor
cool.
Pack Expo as well. So,
Thanks, John.
yeah, appreciate that. Well, that's all I have, Corey.
Yeah.
Anything
Great
you wanna
episode this week with um, Mr. Ian Montgomery from Guacamole Airplane on Sustainable Packaging Podcast. Check that out. If you don't know who Guacamole Airplane is, they are true innovators in the space of sustainable packaging. And Ian is just an awesome guy. So it's a really good episode.
And I have, our friend, our LinkedIn friend, and I didn't see him in the comments here, but my episode with Paul Jenkins will be going live
Mm,
this week. So I'm,
right.
super excited about that. I have a lot of next year, 2024, I'm gonna do a live episode from the UK. I've had so many great
Yeah.
guests on. They're doing wonderful things over there, and, I'm gonna make that between the UK and Israel, there's so much packaging innovation and thought leadership coming from there. So,
Yeah.
let's make it happen.
I'm in. Let's do
All
it.
right.
All
Well,
right.
everyone have
Thank
a
you
great
all.
day, and, should we just sing the music?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do 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 do
Oh,
do.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. We
Very
appreciate
thoughtful.
it.
Have a great day.